guys, welcome back to this week's vlog. Had a very chilled morning after the bank holiday weekend, just getting back into work and sorting out content schedules and replying to emails and just getting up to speed. And now I'm just getting ready because I'm heading off to PT. Annoyingly, I booked it in at 11:30, which is just such a rogue time. So I'm going to say today that I need early morning or after 3 p.m. appointments, otherwise it just takes up like what feels like it takes up the bulk of the day. But yeah, anyway, that is today's plan. The sofa's all blocked off because Biggie slept downstairs for the first time. Come here. He's been camera shy. We made him sleep downstairs for the first time since we've lived here because we've just had him in the bed with us, but I think it's time that he sleeps down here. So we blocked off the sofa and he ended up sleeping on this pink one, which is really annoying, but I have a little blanket on it, so it's fine. I need to get that out the house this week. I am talking to some people on Instagram if they want it to buy. Otherwise, I'm gonna charity shop it or give it to a family friend. This one, we've got the leg arriving today, the replacement, oh no, the leg has been sent out today, the replacement leg, which is good. So that was super easy and great customer service. Still waiting to hear back from Cox & Cox, but I will update you when we've heard back from them. And then we are no further with finding dining chairs, but we have our bench arriving this week. I think it's this week, which is good. So we'll start to get a little bit more of a feel of the kitchen. And yeah, I'm just wearing Lululemon leggings. I've got a little Napco t-shirt on. This is my H&M windbreaker jacket, and then these trainers are Ryka? I don't know, it's hard to even shop in America, but they're cute. Very comfortable. So yeah, that's me ready to go. Do you want to go outside for a wee wee? Also, I should say we're getting Biggie used to sleeping downstairs because I think it's like, no, it's the worst kept secret. I can't keep my mouth shut, but obviously we're getting a little puppy this week. He's meant to come on Sunday, but actually we're getting him on Saturday. I'll probably meet him in this vlog, but I'm going to film like a whole video around it as well, like picking him up and all the bits and bobs for him. But we need to get Biggie used to sleeping down here because I don't think it's fair to have Biggie upstairs and the puppy down here. I don't know. Beam was just like so chill and would like sleep. He actually ended up sleeping in Biggie's pen, not the cage, the pen with Biggie at the start. But I don't know, Biggie, I just don't know how Biggie's gonna react to the puppy. So at least if we can get him used to like sleeping down here and this being his bedroom, then when the puppy arrives, it won't be such a shock that he's downstairs for the first time and the puppy's here, but we're still trying to figure that one out. I also feel like we need to get some, he sleeps here in his little bed, but I feel like we need to get some kind of like blind situation up here, even if it's just like, you know, like IKEA do nice like linen lightweight ones, just so that I can pull them too at night time, or like more so for the morning. I know it's going to get dark when winter comes, but when it's summer months, it's light in here at like, is it like 5 o'clock? And like even at night time, like it is dark, but it's still, you know, when your eyes get used to the dark, you can still like see around here. So I'm going to measure up today, I think, and see what we can do. Maybe put a pole above it, not inside but above, so that it's like makes them look longer, you know, doesn't like cut them off. But yeah, lots of things to look at. I also really need to get a lamp, well, like 5 different lampshades ordered from my office, my dressing room. There's one for in here we need. I think there's one in the lounge we need as well, maybe. And then I also need to get drawers for my office, like I mentioned last week, just like to get all the stuff away that I need but don't need out. And kind of debating if I need to get a dressing table in the wardrobe room, but that will all come in good time. Just need to have some look online today. And I've also just done about 5 different orders. I've got some makeup arriving. I've got bits from Topshop, of all places. I feel like Topshop hasn't been on my radar for, gosh, like a year. But I was on ASOS having a browse and I thought, I wonder what Topshop have. And they have some really cute bits. So I got some bits from Topshop. I ordered some bits from Mango. Where else? Stories, which I'll share with you because that's actually already arrived. So yeah, I just had a little bit of a look around the shops online. But everything's still quite summery, and it is meant to be like 23 degrees next week, but I am so in the autumn headspace. So I feel like I'm just going to start creating content around like early autumn and getting into like the autumn vibes because I'm over summer. Also, I just packed away all my summer stuff. So anyway, right, I will probably chat to you during or after PT. Good morning. I didn't speak to you after my PT session yesterday. I was just in such a funk. I really struggle around PMS, like really knocks me for 6, like for 2 days out of it, and then I'm fine. So like yesterday I just felt so anxious, so sad, so like down and stressed, and like felt like my life was falling apart. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I feel good. So I just thought it best not to come on camera and just be miserable with you guys. But like I say, feeling much better today. And yeah, it's been a really lovely chilled morning, getting back into some work. I've had some really good parcels arrive. I did some autumn shopping and I'm obsessed. I think I told you yesterday I did an order from Topshop, and I'm wearing one of the pieces now, so I'll show you that once I get home. But yeah, I'm really impressed. It kind of just took me right back to all the days I used to work with Topshop, and like I'd go into like London and go into the huge Oxford Street store and do big try-on sessions, and it was just so fun. Anyway, heading into town at the minute because I need to go and do something at the post office. I need to send off some forms for my car document or something. I don't really understand any of this. And then I might see Liv and Arthur for coffee if she's around. I've just texted her but I've not heard back yet. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. I need to go back, tidy up, film a little bit more, and then also some stuff for the little doggy started to arrive. So I will be able to show you that. We're going to set up his like pen and crate and things, I think tonight, which is very exciting. And also our sofa leg has just arrived. Johnny just texted me and told me that, which is good news. Cox and Cox are just such a joke, honestly. We sent them pictures of like how cracked up that table was underneath, and they replied again and said, sorry for your inconvenience, we can offer you £100 gift voucher and £50 to fix it yourself. Like, are you actually joking? Like, that is the biggest piss take ever. Hold on. Okay, I hate this car back. I crashed, not crashed, but I like scraped my wing mirror on the wall in this car park the other week. Anyway, yeah, it's such a piss take, but I'm starting to think, is that just an automated email? So Johnny's gone back and said, we're not accepting that, you need to come pick up the table and send us a new one. So still waiting to hear back, but Sophology have been amazing. Like literally that couldn't have been an easier process to get that fixed. So oh guys, this makes me sick. I hate these kind of car parks. Did this little baby get so grown up? Mama! Mama! You're testing out the bedding for Mummy. Yeah, that's the one I'm getting. Want to look at it? You like it? Shall I get it? Shall I get it? I think that's a yes. Shall I? You say yes, Mummy. Yeah. Yeah. We are just in the right company. I'm desperate to buy new bedding for my bed. My bed's not arrived and I don't want to risk buying the bedding if it doesn't, like the colour doesn't suit, you know. So I'm hanging off, but they've got really nice bits in for new season. Okay, I'm back from town. That was really nice. I just got my bits and bobs done and then had a little coffee with Liv and Arthur, and then I went to a few shops. But before I show you what I got, I want to show you my new trousers from Topshop. So these are faux leather, straight cut trousers, and I just love them. I also remembered when I put them on, Topshop always have like, all their faux leathers have this like felt lining inside, so they're actually really cozy, so great for coming into the autumn winter. But I just popped this outfit on with some vejas and a little jumper over my shoulders, and it was very cute. It should actually be up on my Instagram already because I just filmed a reel for it. And I did a little bit of shopping, like I said. First of all, I had to go to the post office, right, because I have to change over my car documents and I've lost my car documents. So I had to fill out this form and you have to pay a fine to get the form done. But you can only do it by check or by postal order. And I was like, what? I don't own a checkbook. I've never owned a checkbook in my life. So I rang my dad and I was like, can you send me a check down because I need a check to pay this fine. He's like, yeah, I can. And I was like, or I can get a postal order, but like, what's a postal order? Anyway, he just thought it was like the most funny thing. He was like, that is literally so old fashioned. So I don't even think I've used a postal order before, but basically you learn something new every day. This is a postal order that you get at the post office. It's like a check. You make it out to like DVLA, it's £25, and I pop this in with my forms and post it to them, which just feels very old fashioned. Like, why couldn't I just go online and pay with my card? Anyway, so that is done. And I popped into SPACENK, and I actually went in for a browse and came out with two things. First of all, this Energy Bank shower gel from This Works. I used their sleep spray and I love it, and it smells really good. Blend of geranium, ylang ylang, and rosemary to stimulate the body and mind while gently cleansing the skin. They had so much nice stuff in there, but like we spoke about last week, I am really trying to not have too much stuff in my life. I keep seeing people talk about this Hourglass skin tint. I'm really into skin tints. Like, I've got a couple pimples at the minute. But when my skin is having the nice days, I do really enjoy a skin tint. It's just much lighter. It just feels nicer on the face. So this is in shade number 9. So I'll test that with you in this video. But yeah, I've seen it quite a lot on TikTok, and people are saying it's really, really good. So I'm intrigued. And then, oh yeah, God, I forgot about that. She also told me this brush is the best one to use with it, like quite a dense brush. So I picked this one up as well. This is the little brush. I've never used their brushes before, but it feels nice. So that was SPACENK. And then the last thing I picked up, is that right? Yeah. I went into White Company. I think, yeah, I spoke to you in there. This bedding set that I really, really want, but I need my bed to arrive because I don't want to order the bed set, have it sit in the house for like, I don't know, like 2 weeks, and then it not work when the bed turns up and like be the wrong color. So I'm holding off, but I really don't want it to go like out of stock by the time it comes round to ordering it. But they had so much nice like homeware stuff in. There's also this like padded sleeveless gilet that they do. I saw it online that I really wanted to try on, but they don't have it in store. Anyway, so I came out with a bath mat, which is just a lovely soft, like really soft bath mat. I just thought it was cute. And I don't know, like bath mats are one of those things, like I feel like they need to get replaced every year at least, because they just go like flat, don't they? So I picked this one up. Had a few more deliveries. This is actually more makeup, but I ran out. I used to love the Dior foundation. Ran out of it maybe like 4 months ago. My two like main foundations used to be Dior or Givenchy. This summer I've actually discovered so many that I'm loving. But yeah, I ran out of it like 4 months ago, and I couldn't find it in my shade anywhere. Anyway, I ran out of concealer, the Dior concealer that I use, so I went to get more of that, and I saw that they have my shade back in, which is good. So bougie. Maybe I should take a thumbnail for some clickbait. Anyway, I got the Forever Skin Correct concealer, which is the one I've been using for years. It's so good. I used shade 2W0 in the foundation and the concealer. And then I also got the Forever Skin Glow foundation. I'm actually really excited to have this back and see if I still love it as much as I did for like the last year. Then I also have some little testers in here. Oh no, I don't. I forgot, I actually bought this as well. This is a blush. I just thought I may as well add it in. It's the Rosy Glow in the shade Coral. So it looks like this, which is nice. I'm definitely into like a coral blush. And then I got some clothing bits from JOVONNA. It's a brand based in London. I discovered them on Instagram. They just have really nice pieces that aren't crazy money, and they're also just something different from what you see on the high street. So yeah, really nice. So the first thing I got was this little like vest, which right now is not going to look cute, but wait until I style it up, because I've got a vision. You know, like my Ganni like khaki vest that I wear, it's like quilted. It's kind of like that vibe. So I'm thinking like a nice cream knit underneath it, some jeans, and then you can cinch in this waist nice and tight, so it'll give you that kind of like peplum shape, which I love. I just want to check if this is long enough. Yeah, perfect. I think it's going to be so cute. I have a little cord from them upstairs that I wore so much this summer, just a little shorts and shirt piece. But obviously we're coming into the autumn now, so I thought it'd be nice to get something a bit more, not like wintry, but just not shorts, you know? So this is the top. I love the colour of this. Beautiful. Really lovely soft fabric too. So that is the shirt. I got the shirt oversized, so I went for medium. And then these are the trousers. I also think though, I'll put this on and show you. in a minute. I also think that this little core is going to look really cute with like trainers, or maybe even like just loafers and like some kind of oversized jacket. I think it'll look really nice. So I'm going to go upstairs and pop this on, and then I really need to tidy because I was filming this morning and I have made an absolute mess. I just hung up lots of my new in bits. I've already shown you this vest, which I'm desperate to shoot because I just see such a vision. And then these are the trousers I had on today. Got some knits from Stories, which I think are so cute. I actually might return this black one because I've seen Jigsaw have a black knit vest and it's just a bit more oversized and the sleeves come down that little bit further. It's just a bit more me, I think. So I might return this one. But then again, they are complete different looks. So we'll see. These are cargo pants. Cargo pants from Reese. I was on the fence. I've been umming and ahhing about these for ages. And I took the plunge, and do you know what? I actually really, really like them. I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of them in autumn. This is a little Reese knit. I love it. Have I shown you this? Not sure. Really gorgeous, soft, really like lightweight, lovely knit. This is another Topshop piece. I'm obsessed with this. It's the most beautiful, fitted, gorgeous knit dress. Just super long, and I love it. And then this is a really gorgeous little knit from Fourth and Reckless, but it's got this like split in the middle, which I just think is really cute and something a little bit different. So I bought this hat from Stories, which I love. Hold on. Whew, it's hot. Yeah, I love it, but it's huge, and they only had 2 sizes, so I went for like the smallest size. Ignore my hair. Oh my god. But just like imagine like nice little waves and like a nice cream knit on. But like, I don't know, I just think it's too big. I could order like a hat fixer, like one that will make it smaller on the inside, but Johnny said it just looks too big anyway. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think if I got something to make it fit to my head, it still looks too big, or do you think it looks cool? What are you eating? Oi! Dailies of trying to get this dog not to eat stuff. Watch out. Anyway, let me know down below. But again, imagine my hair is nice and curled. I had a nice like chunky cream knit on. It's autumn. I've got some boots on, sunglasses. Let me know your thoughts. What are you eating? You're so cheeky. I'm really excited to put a styling video together. I haven't felt excited about like fashion probably since like March. I think the summer fashion, like, it just doesn't do it for me. Like, I enjoy it like a little bit, and it's nice to like shoot on Instagram and stuff, but like inspiration wise and putting outfits together for you guys and like pulling inspo from my wardrobe and like showing you how to style different things, like that literally just disappears over the high summer. And like that's a shame, because that is like what I love doing. I just love creating outfits and love sharing that kind of stuff. But I haven't had that feeling of like being excited to get on YouTube and like share some pieces and how I would style them, like dressed up, dressed down, more casual, like how I would style one knit in like 4 different ways. Like I feel like I used to do all those videos all the time, and I just haven't done them for ages because I just lost that like inspo over the last while. But I'm excited to be back. Come on. Come here. And I tell everyone how excited you are for your little brother to come? Hmm? Are you excited? Are you excited for him? Are you going to be nice to him? Are you going to be nice and gentle? Why does he always want to move around when I say that? Hmm? You have to be nice to him. You have to be a good boy to him. He's only going to be a little baby. Ugh. Right, down you go. Good morning. See, if I was like an inch taller or this leg was an inch shorter, it'd be the perfect height. Anyway, it's a miserable day. It's really, really dark outside, so I think I'm going to move my filming to tomorrow. And I'm going to head to IKEA today because I actually just filmed a makeup reel yesterday in the bedroom. I just hate the lighting in it, like it's annoying me. So I just need to like find out where to like film things, and it's kind of giving me like the push to just go to IKEA today and get the dressing table for in here. The dressing table is going to sit here basically, which means I think in theory this is going to be really nice lighting for filming, whereas where I filmed it yesterday there was like a wall kind of like there and the window like there, so it just wasn't nice. So I'm gonna go and get a little IKEA dressing table. I didn't want this room to just be like all IKEA, and these wardrobes are still really annoying me. I feel like you're going to hear about them for the next like couple months until I decide what to do. I think if they were tall, then the little IKEA dressing table wouldn't annoy me, but because they look like IKEA, the table's gonna look like IKEA, the whole room's just gonna be like an IKEA room. But also I'm just trying to like not fret so much. It's fine, it's gonna look cute once I dress it. So I'm gonna go and get the dressing table. I'm gonna try and get the right jewelry insert and not this one. I need to take measurements of all these so that I can start unpacking my jewelry into there. I also need to pick up some shelves. I showed you the shelves last week, just a couple extra so I can put bags on in that corner cupboard. And then I might nip by Home Base, no, yeah, Home Base? Yeah, Home Base to see if there's any lampshades for in here. And then I also might pop to HomeSense and get possibly some puppy bits, because I need to get them little bowls. And I also need to get a stool for the dressing table. I'm wearing that Starrett's vest. I'm obsessed with it, honestly, it looks so cute. It's very like country, like I just love it. This is what it looks like on. The only criticism I'll have is I wish it was a little bit more puffy at the bottom, but I think that's just because it's been packaged. Like the more I'm wearing it, the more it's like sticking out. Like I said, I cinched in the waist. I've got a little jumper on from Naked, and then these are Reese leggings, and I'm probably going to just do Doc Martens. I'm just not, do you think I should do a black jumper? I don't know. Maybe I'll do a black jumper when I shoot it, but for today, cream is fine. So I'm just having my coffee and then I'm going to head off. I'll take you guys with me. I don't know how much I'll actually film in the stores. Maybe I'll do like a little voiceover, because it's awkward to like talk in the store on your own. Oh, maybe I'll wear these. I've missed these so much. These are perfect because they're going to have the white on them, which will tie in with my jumper. These are from Jimmy Choo. They're the Escher hiking boots, I think. These are the comfiest boots I have ever bought in my life. Like they're the softest leather. They're all padded around the top. They have like a couple different styles of them. So last year, some of the stores still had those exact ones and some of them had like slightly different ones, but I'm pretty sure they're like a year-round boot. So I think they'll come out with these ones again soon. If I can find them, I'll link them down below. Also, just used my Duo foundation this morning and I just love it. It's just the best foundation. It wears so well. I just think it looks so nice. Like, I'm so glad to have it back. I literally haven't had it in so long. And I also put on that Dior blusher, which I think is beautiful. It's like the perfect in-between coral and pink, which I think is really, really nice. Okay, first thing I saw in IKEA was this little Besta unit, which I actually think could be perfect in my office. So I had a look at that. This I thought could be cute for the bedroom, but I don't like the handles. This literally made me cry because honestly it just made me realise how ugly my wardrobe room is. Also, I really like those handles. I'm very tempted to get them and put them on. This is a little desk or dressing table I'm getting, so it's just super basic. But yeah, looks cute, so I'm going to get that. So I did IKEA. I got my dressing table and I actually got so much inspo in there, which is actually really handy. Found some units which I think will really work for the office. They're kind of like low cupboards and then they go up into like a high shelf, so I think it might fit like under the, I'll show you when I get home, but under the window in the office and then up to the right hand side of it. Also looked at the wardrobes and like I royally fucked up with mine, like just seeing how nice they can be and seeing what I did to mine. Every time I do something like this, like a mess up, I always have you guys in my head because so many of you like say to me like, don't rush into buying things, just live in the house, see what you need and then buy things, don't rush into big purchases. And that's just like ringing over in my head, so oh god. Anyway, yeah, also IKEA was really great because the guys like put it from I hadn't even lifted it, I don't know how heavy it is, but it's a big box, and they lifted it from the shelf onto the trolley, then they took it from the cash desk into my car for me, which was great, and Johnny will do the bit on this side, so that's good. Now I'm in HomeSense, gonna go pop in there. I want to have a look at the puppy bits. I mean, we've pretty much got everything, but I just need to like get some bowl. Actually, do you know what? I thought I needed bowls, but I've just found a puppy bowl in the boot, so that works. HomeSense was rubbish. Literally nothing at all. Dog bowls were all for big dogs, and there was like no stools, so that was a flop. I don't think I've ever in my life been into HomeSense and not bought something. Okay, so I'm back home. That was a pretty unsuccessful day. I only came back with what I got in IKEA. So yeah, HomeSense is rubbish. Homebase had no lamp. Well, they did, but nothing nice. And then I even tried to go to the Costa drive-thru and that was shut. So not successful at all. But I just got back and had some lunch. I also was just on the phone to Cox & Cox, which is just proving to be very annoying. They, number one, are like really hard to get a hold of. He put me on hold for like 10 minutes, which I then just decided he'd hung up on me. So then I had to ring them again on a withheld number. And then they finally answered, and I'm waiting on a call back apparently. So we'll see what happens with the table, but yeah, it's very annoying. But in exciting news, I ordered a new pan, which feels very adult of me. But I only have, like, Johnny has his like steak pans, which I don't cook in because they're like, he likes them to be all, I don't know, like coats them with steak stuff and not my cup of tea. And then the pan I use is Johnny's old one. I really hope you're balanced on that. Yeah, and the pan I use is Johnny's from like, when I first met him. So I keep seeing this everywhere, this brand or place. It's like the 10-in-1 pan, and they have really nice colors, and it's meant to just be like your everything pan. So I thought I'd give it a shot. It was on discount as well. I got it for like £99, which I think was like something like £30 off. Okay, so this is the color I went for. I think it's called taupe. They have loads of really lovely like muted tones. The only thing I didn't check was that this is dishwasher safe, but I mean, it must be, right? Isn't that such a nice pan? It's so cute. Actually, don't think this is dishwasher safe. Stick to hand washing and avoid putting a hot pan in cold water. Is that a joke? Okay, so it braises, sears, steams, strains, sautés, how do you say that? Sautés, fries, boils, bakes, which I think is really cool. Mainly, obviously, just for like frying fish, and steaming vegetables is why I thought it would be really good. And also you can put like, if I'm doing like a stir fry, you can put like, you can put boiled noodles in it and stuff. I just thought it was really fancy. And it's gonna be much nicer than my old one. So, yeah, that's it.
What's that?
My pan. Saute, steam, bake, roast, strain, boil, braise, sear, serve. The only thing is it says hand wash. I didn't realise. Look, you can boil stuff. No, you can steam stuff in it, which I think is cool. So you can steam your veggies on it.
Steam veggies in any pan.
Yeah, but you need to have an extra thing to go on top of the pan. Not boil veggies, steam veggies. So that sits above the water.
What is this? Non-stick?
Mhm.
Make sure you don't chip it, otherwise you'll get all the bad stuff in your mouth and food.
Johnny.
Non-stick is like the worst pan.
Non-stick's the only pans I've ever used my whole life. I'm doing pretty fine.
No.
Okay, we're gonna build the puppy's pen. I feel like the best place for it to sit is at the end of the island. Also, I don't put curtains in IKEA.
Well, it depends how big the pen is. I can't remember.
Basically, we're giving him a crate. No, yeah, a crate.
Great person to
Yeah, a crate inside his pen. We got it from Lords and Labradors, which is like the best dog store for like really good quality stuff. It's where, is it where my boucle beds are from? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. So those boucle beds that I have are from there, and I have Biggie's like travel cage from there. So we were gonna just use Biggie's travel cage for this puppy, but the cage is too big for him. I think he's gonna, like, his is a size large. So we've got a size medium or small. What did you get, honey? Medium. And then we got him, so that we've got him the cage, which we can take away with us, obviously, if we go somewhere. And then we've got him the whole, like, cage set, so bumper, bed, cover for nighttime because it's very light here. And it's in the most gorgeous little, like, herringbone. This is our new, watch out! It's, I think this is our new one. But it's a beautiful herringbone, so we're going to build that now. And
Look, we didn't get this small.
I knew that was tiny. Do you think that's too small? No. Do you think that's too small?
Just check. Lords and Labradors, mate, that makes you a lord because you're not a Labrador.
You are a lord. We're like, oh my god, no, that is so small, but look how big it is compared to Vicky.
But he has everything big though anyway.
Yeah, and he's a big Frenchie, so like, that actually will do the other one all of its life then, which is handy. Look, Johnny got all the little toys. These are little, you sure it's not a heartbeat one?
No, I knew you got hobby. These are both microwavable ones.
Little plushy,
You put the microwave
safe for dogs,
hot like a
hot
bottle.
little blankie thing, which will remind him of his mummy, I'm sure. Oh, how cute! This is his little bed. How cute is that? And then this is like they've shut, you know, for night time. Although we're gonna leave this one open, we reckon, so we can get out and use the loo in his pen. Got a little bumper in here too to stop him from chewing at the metal. But like this detail, I just love their stuff. Like it's just so pretty. It's just such nice quality stuff. Do you love it?
Creeper, it's not yours, bud.
Look at him.
You got your own.
You're so weird, Biggie. He's just staring at us.
Why does he go? Why does he like that?
What are you doing?
Well, it's doing the same thing as when he gets in the cupboard, isn't it? Right?
Yeah. He looks sad, doesn't he? Oh, maybe he knows. Maybe he knows there's a dog coming.
Nah, he doesn't know.
Yeah, Beanie like literally was so shy. He just like didn't leave his pen. We didn't have a cage for Beanie. We just had a pen. Biggie was just a riot from the start, wasn't he? He would scream and scream and scream, and even in the daytime, if you put him in his pen, he would absolutely scream. Like it felt like he was gonna like kill himself, throw himself. Remember, he threw himself at the side of the cage and stuff, and just it was a nightmare. So hopefully this next one will be like a little in between of the two of them. Oh, I love it. It matches the kitchen today. Yeah. It's Thursday, so 2 days.
So you want to bother putting the pen? Yeah, might as well.
I think we should. Doesn't it just match the kitchen aesthetic so nicely? Breeder had one of these for the puppies and they were all peeing on it, which I thought was great. So it's like 3 layers. I don't know which layer you meant to put the puppy pad on, but I'm assuming the very bottom. God, it's been so long since we had little puppy pads out. Do you remember these when you were a baby? You pee everywhere? And you put this on, which has little like holes in it for it to seep down. And then you put this little grass mat on, and that'll sit in his cage. The thing is as well, like obviously we'll let him on the grass, but we have these big steps. So I don't know how he's gonna manage to get up there for the first like good couple months. So eventually, once he's house trained, we can put this little astral patch outside, and he can use that as his toilet to stop him from peeing on the pavement. I was gonna say something there. Oh yeah, and then you can just like hose it down and wash it like really easily. So yeah, I think it'd be good. Although the breeder said that they're actually already peeing outside, and they're not trained, but they've managed to get them like outside, which is good. So yeah, because he's already got one of these, I thought we may as well get the same one and keep him in a routine. Okay, we just moved it into this corner, which looks a lot nicer and a lot less offensive in the kitchen. And then we popped Biggie's bed down here. Do you like that? Perfect. So then he's got his bed for nighttime, which will stay open so you have some darkness. Also, it's nice that he's not facing the window, I guess, and he's darker. And then in the daytime, we can just put that thing on the end and pull it out, and then we have a little pen for him if we... Well, if we need to like work or whatever, and I don't know, depends how he reacts, right? I've just got to see it. Good morning. I'm at my new... Oh my god, wait, I haven't even showed you it. This is my new temporary... No, not temporary. This is going to be my new dressing table. It's the Malm dresser from IKEA. I think it does a good job, you know, like this room actually feels more like a dressing room now, just having that in there, which is nice. It just feels quite functional. It was only like £99 and it's good to be able to sit here. And like I say, it just makes this room feel more like more than just a wardrobe, do you know what I mean? Like it's like now my area to get ready in, which is really nice. So anyway, yeah, I'm sat here, which I think is actually really nice for lighting. I'm gonna try and film a YouTube in here later, like a styling one. And hopefully the light's all right, because like I said, this room is very dark. And I also need to find a lampshade. Do you know how hard it is just to find a nice, simple, linen, plain lampshade? But anyway, I thought I'd quickly do my makeup with you on camera because I really want to try out that Hourglass skin tint. So, starting off with the L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara. I love this so much. I rediscovered it like before I went on holiday and it's just so good. Probably the only mascara that I need to do just like one or two layers with. I just think I haven't sat down and done my makeup with you guys in forever. So loving the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is a primer and a moisturiser. I do actually use moisturiser like as I get out of the shower when I do my skincare, but this I kind of just use as like my primer, and it keeps me really hydrated all day and it doesn't like turn me greasy, you know. So pop this on. Okay, what's it called? Hydrating Skin Tint, the Veil from Hourglass. This is either going to be really good or really bad because I'm filming, like I said, I'm filming YouTube after this, so hopefully this works out good. It's also, hopefully it's the right shade. I did try it out with the lady in the shop and we decided this one would be right, so fingers crossed. In my head, this needs to beat the YSL Skin Tint because that I love so much. Okay. Seems more like a foundation. It feels a lot thicker, a lot less watery than the YSL one, which is interesting. The YSL one's meant to be like skincare and makeup. And then this is a little brush. I like it. Definitely very sheer, but I'm gonna do 2 layers and try and build it. I'm just gonna do half my face and then I will show you the difference. Okay, I don't know if you can tell the difference on camera, but I actually really like it. It is very much like natural. It's very much like my natural skin tone, but I feel like it's just evened out my skin tone. That's nothing. That's the tint. The only criticism I have, and that's nothing to do with the foundation or the tint, is I don't know if it's going to be heavy enough to cover my pigmentation on my lip, but I really like it. I'm actually shocked. This is the first product I've used that looks like skin. Like the YSL one I love, but it's very, very shiny. Like it's water based, so you need to powder over it, whereas this, I feel like I could wear this and nothing else and it just looked like my skin. I really like it. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but in person, like, it actually looks really, really nice. Okay, cool. So I'm going to do 2 layers. So I'll do the other side of my face, and then I'm going to go on with the second layer, and let's see how it builds up. Second layer is on. Definitely adds a bit more shine with the second layer, but I still love it. Also really like this brush. I don't think I've ever applied foundation with such a dense brush before, but I feel like it works to, like, buff it in, but then also you can kind of like tap it in, which is nice. Yeah, I really, really like it. Gorge. Okay, I'm gonna just carry on with the rest of my makeup and then I'll show you it once I've got everything else on. Also just listening to Katie Price's podcast with private parts. I love Katie, honestly. I've been obsessed with her since I was like, honestly, like 8, I reckon. Used to like cut out all the pictures of her and Victoria Beckham from magazines and to stick them on my wall. Anyway, she's funny. This is a really good listen on private parts if you need something to listen to. Okay, makeup is done. I really like it. It's really lovely and lightweight. Feels really nice on as well. Doesn't feel like I have like a full face of makeup. The only thing I will say is I do usually prefer something just like a little bit heavier, but I feel like you could get that with 3 layers. So anyway, I am gonna have a full like filming day, trying on clothes, like really putting the makeup to the test, and I will check in with you once I've finished work and we'll see. But yeah, I think it's very nice. Also, that blush from Dior, I just love it. I think it's the perfect shade. So yeah, very nice. I'll leave all this down below. I bet you every pound in my bank account Biggie is sat on this bed. Excuse me, what are you doing on here? You're a cheeky monkey. You waiting for your papa? Hi. I have just finished work for the day, wearing Adenola. This is the oversized, like really comfy sweatshirt, and then the leggings in the shade Midnight Blue. So I would have spoke to you last at maybe like 8 in the morning. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's been like 7 hours, I'd say, and I'd say it's doing pretty good. I filmed a styling video. I didn't film the cutaways though, so I wasn't taking on and off clothes constantly, but I definitely put on 10 different outfits, no, 11 different outfits before I filmed, because I have 10 outfits that I tried on and put on the rail, and then I changed into the one I wore to film. So I would say that's pretty good. The only thing I topped up was powder, and that was about halfway through filming because it was very hot. But I'm very impressed, you know, and it doesn't feel like I have makeup on. Like, it feels like I'm just wearing, well, it feels like nothing, honestly, which is really nice. Like, it's not sticky. I don't feel like, you know how makeup just feels horrible at the end of the day? It doesn't feel like that. And yeah, very impressed. If you guys are after a skin tint, I would absolutely recommend it. Also, tomorrow, I'm going to introduce you to the puppy, but I've decided to film a whole other vlog around it. So I'm going to introduce you to him in this video, but next Sunday, or at some point next week, I'm going to do like a whole like come get my puppy with me, and like the first week with him at home. So if you want to see that, you have to wait another week or follow me on Instagram. But I promise you I will introduce him to you in this vlog, because that's mean if I don't. But the last thing I really need to get done today, apart from putting on my laundry away and tidying up after myself upstairs, is to sort out this laundry room. Have I showed you this? I don't know. We've got a little laundry room off the kitchen, which is very handy. And this is where all the doggy stuff stays, but right now it's a mess, and also these cupboards are the doggy stuff, so I need to go through them. And somewhere in this house I bought, where would they be? I bought, oh, is that another puppy bowl? No, I bought there they are up top, these little boxes from Amazon, just to make a little bit of organization. I definitely need more than 3 of these. I don't know why I only bought 3, but also they're very shallow. Okay, well anyway, I'm going to basically try and make some kind of organization to their stuff. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Definitely a treat box. Also, the puppy has his own treats. Okay, so that works. By the way, if you have a doggy, you need to get these from, I know, from Lily's Kitchen. We give him one like right before his bedtime, and honestly, he zonks out. Don't you, darling? No, it's not bedtime. I have all their walking stuff, but I kept Beanie's little Barber jacket. I couldn't get rid of it. I just miss him so much. But I actually think it would be perfect for the puppy if he's a bit smaller than Biggie, which I assume he will be. So I'm going to keep this one for the pup. And then this is Biggie's one. Okay, I need to get some more organising boxes, but a little run through. This is like walking section, so leads, poop bags, poop bag holders, harnesses. This is walking clothes, so he's got some raincoat. Actually, to be fair, the raincoat never fit him, but hopefully it'll fit the next one. And then his nice kind of like winter jackets, and then also his just like chuck on Barber ones. And then in here is the medication and shampoo and wipes box. So I've got like his itchy medication in there, and then his wipes in the back for his bum, and then some excess shampoo. Some of us other shampoo is upstairs. This is toys and treats, like overspill of treats. And this one is his travel food bag, like his cool bag for when he goes away, because he eats raw, so he needs to keep things frozen. These are some puffer jackets, which actually, to be fair, Biggie never used them because he was so big and he's such a hot dog. Bean used to like his little puffer though, so we'll see what the next one's saying, and then if not, I'll donate them. This is a little soft plushy blanket I got from just Amazon. And then these are towels, the extra towels and extra bowls. And then in this corner is the pups food. And then these two are Biggie's TREATS. So this is Lily's Kitchen burgers and sausages, which he loves. He can smell them, he's going crazy. You want one? Is it nice? No, swallow it. Honestly, look how quick he swallows, it's so bad. The little treat jar is from Etsy ages ago, and then that's his bedtime TREATS, so we just leave them out separate. So that's today's jobs done. I just need to tidy upstairs, and I'm going to start the vlog for the puppy and do like a full run through of everything we got him and an intro. Excited. Good morning, guys. I didn't speak to you this morning because it was a very early start and we were both exhausted, and I'm not good on camera when I'm tired, but we just picked up some precious cargo, and I'd like you all to meet. Can they see him yet?
No.
Should I say his name?
Is you still on it?
Yeah. I'd like you all to meet the newest member of the Walker Godfrey household, Bagel.
Hey, bud.
You say hi, Bagel.
You're fast snoozing already. Show him your
God,
eyes.
he's so cute.
Show him your pretty
Is he
eyes.
sleeping?
He's fast asleep.
That's good though. Are you happy?
Yeah, for sure. He's beautiful.
He is beautiful. This is his little teddy that has his mum's, not even his mum's scent, it's like the litter scent. Apparently the mum is kind of like over them at the minute. But we saw mum and she looks happy and healthy. And also they've got another little Frenchie which is the same colour as Biggie. But yeah, mum is apparently happy, healthy, and will play with them like on her terms, but she isn't like fussed about them, which is good. Because that's always the worst part, when mum is like super integrated with them and you just feel awful taking her baby away, but she was fine with it. This is our little boy. You say hi, Bagel.
Mr. Man.
I'll talk to you about the name when we get home, but for the minute we have a 3-hour drive, so it'll probably not being like a 4-hour drive. We'll have to let him out for a wee. Hi, darling. Look at his little eyes. Oops, speed bump. You say hi.
He's the prettiest boy.
He is quite a chonker though. We saw him 2 weeks ago and I feel like he's significantly grown since then.
They all had.
Yeah, like little,
Turn
not even
left
a
onto
big boy.
Horseshoe Road, then turn right onto the parkway.
So yeah, I will show you him when we get home. And yeah, we just stopped for a little sandwich. It's so funny seeing him from this angle.
What's
I've
that?
just looked down at his head the whole time, but is that your daddy?
He's so active.
Yeah, he is he's super confident. The other two, being a big, so when we got them in the car, they would like, remember they would like shake? But he's just like super chill. Is that your daddy?
You kissing? You want my chin?
Oh my god.
You want my chin?
That is so cute. Morning guys, it is Sunday morning. I didn't film anything yesterday with the pup because Biggie was just a little bit on edge, and I feel like I really had to have 100% attention on both dogs, and also I just wanted Biggie to like settle into having a new brother. So yeah, I'm going to show you him properly today, and then you guys will have to watch the dog vlog if you want. Dog vlog, that's cute, Rose. If you want to see more of him. He is such a little angel, honestly. Like, he's just the most beautiful little baby. Like, I love him. Biggie, like I say, is just a little bit on edge. I think he's more just kind of like, what's going on, like, he doesn't really understand yet that it's his brother, you know. So hello, darling. We are giving them some time apart, so Biggie's up here with me at the minute and the pup's downstairs with Johnny, and just slowly trying to merge them together. But I feel like initially we just kind of let Biggie meet him straight away, and he was a little bit on edge, a little bit like dominant to the pup. So just taking it slowly day by day, and I hope in a couple of days they'll be great together. So I'm going to take you downstairs and show you him. I'm literally sweating. It's like a heat wave in London. No, we're not in London. It's a heat wave in England. Guys, I've just literally done like 7 online orders of like jackets, fedora hats, like knit loungewear sets, and now we're into like 30 degrees next week. I'm like, oh my God. So I've got this little knit set on, which is probably gonna have to come off fairly quickly because I'm literally roasting, but I feel like you guys are gonna absolutely love it. It needs a little steam. But this is from MILLEN. I love MILLEN in autumn winter. I don't tend to go on there at all really throughout high summer, but coming into autumn winter, their stuff is just incredible. It's the best quality stuff. It is a little bit expensive, but I feel like you really pay for what you get. So it's the same kind of vibe as like Reese for me. And this is a little knitted set, so soft. It's got a really big high elastic waistband, which is very comfortable. And then I also got the little jumper to match. So I've got this jumper as an option. And then I also picked up the little hoodie to match. So I just thought it would be a really good kind of all-rounder set for the next few months. Really nice for at home. It's that kind of chic loungewear like I always talk about, you know, like you look nice when the postie rings the doorbell. But then also put on a pair of trainers, go and get my nails done. And then when it's a little bit hotter, you can just wear a little tank top and the hoodie. So yeah, I love it. I think it's so nice. And I got a few other bits from there, but I'm going to shoot them all next week and share them with you next week. So you'll see that. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to take you downstairs to meet Bagel. And I'll talk to you about his name and all that stuff down there. Hey guys, so let me properly introduce you to little Bagel. Oh, has he piddled? Did you just wee-wees? Oh, he's peed somewhere because he's winky. No, it's on the floor. Oh, this is little Bagel. You say hi. How beautiful is he? He's 8 weeks old yesterday, and he's just such a darling, isn't he? He's so cuddly and like just so loving and just gentle. He's also like really confident, which is nice. Really confident. Not scared, not stressed. Like quite happy to just like take himself off to bed, and just a good little doggy, isn't he?
Well, not the bed bed, but yeah.
Well, earlier he was sleeping in his little bed.
That's because we did
No, this morning. Yeah. And then last night we've got the furball set up, so he only screamed. Johnny put him to bed at like 11, 12.
Well, 11, but I fell asleep down here with him.
And then fell asleep down here with him till 1.
Till 1. But he was out the cage and everything. We were just on that bed.
Yeah. And then he screamed at like about 1:30 in the morning. I think when you'd just gone to bed.
That's when I put him in.
Yeah. And then apart from that, he didn't wake up until about 6:30. Yeah. Did you?
Crazy.
And his breeder said to me, he's going to wake you up at 7 AM. Oh, he's got marks on my knee. She said he's going to wake you up at 7 AM and tell you he wants breakfast, and he did, didn't he? He did. We did have some peas and poops in the crate as well, but nothing crazy, no huge mess. He's such a good boy. You are. So his name, I always loved the name Bagel for our little Frenchie. The one we were originally going to get, we went to like visit them, we had our eye on a different one. We just saw this guy and we were like, oh my God, we need him. But the initial one was like the colour of a bagel. And I was like, okay, that's perfect. And then anyway, found this one, and then we were kind of between. Johnny likes the name like Yoda.
Yodi.
Yeah, and yesterday he was called him Yoda, and like as a nickname called him Yodi. And I was like, ooh, I quite like that, like Yodi, that's a really cute name. So then I was between Yodi and Bagel, but I just feel like if I call him Yodi, I'm always going to think about Bagel, you know? And also it's my turn to name him because I named Bean, Johnny named Biggie, and so it's my turn to name this one. Obviously you have to come to an agreement, but... he suits Bagel, doesn't he?
I don't think he does, but if that's what you
What do you guys think, Yodi or Bagel?
Yodi.
Bagel and Biggie, or Yodi and Biggie? Hey! But then I think Yodi kind of sounds like Jody, if you say it too quick. I am sweating one out. Anyway, so I'm going to leave you guys now and say bye, and thank you so much for watching the vlog. Next week, or at some point next week, I'll do a whole like video, like the first couple of days with him, and I'll let you see how big he's doing and all that. So yeah, if you want to see more of little Yodi or Bagel, then I'll probably post it on like Wednesday or Thursday, and then I'll have my normal Sunday vlog as well coming, and then also I've got a fashion video next week. So yeah, anyway, you want to say bye-bye?
Good boy.
Say bye-bye to everyone.
He's a good boy.
Oh God, I just love him so much. He's so cute. Say bye-bye. Everything I talked about, blah, 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 it'll all be down below, so head down there if you want to shop anything, and thanks for watching.